Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 98 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Luigi.
How are we doing?
It's Luigi. Hey, a pepperoni. Somebody, what was the thing at dinner? What was the thing? The spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball. What is that from?
I don't know. Just any Italian person?
I just remembered. Never mind. It was from... I mean, we've talked about it on the podcast. It was from Chicken Wing Fest or whatever. When we were telling people the flavors of wings we had available, one of them was like spicy, and we ended up just calling it the spicy meatball. That's what it was from. It was a wing fest when I like just jumped onto the back of some random golf cart and just pieced out for a while. And
that was also the episode we talked about something funny. Do you know what I'm drinking, Sean?
Bourbon.
Bourbon mixed with Bob Mackey's Tears.
Oh. Wait, was that episode?
That was the Mackey episode, yeah.
Was it really? Oh, well, then I really need to go back and listen to it again. I don't know if I can.
Episode 70 or 71. If you're listening on audio, you should go to youtube.com/2playercoop to see Sean and all his Luigi glory. You're a very good Luigi. He's tall, he's skinny. Like I'm sure I didn't get the memo, but I mean, we got a lot to talk about this week. Mario. We got a lot to talk about this week. It's a good week in games.
Mario has a black mustache and eyebrows that are above his hat, but brown hair.
But they correct it. No, they didn't correct it. No, well, at least now it's a dark brown. It's a dark brown.
His hair looks... No, his hair's about the same.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. We'll get to that. If this is the first time you're seeing us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is our weekly podcast here from the guys at Two Player Co-op, where we get together every week. We BS at the beginning. Sometimes we dress up. We talk about what we've been playing. Then we talk about what we think you need to know about as far as gaming news goes for the last week. Then we play everybody's favorite game, the Back of the Box Challenge. That's how the podcast goes. If this is the first time you're seeing us, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video with your friends. We're on a quest to get to 500 subs before we get to episode 100, which is now just 2 weeks away.
Speaking of which, if you haven't already watched the hype video, check it out. We had a lot of fun recording it. It's very, very stupid. It was like a minute and a half
stupid
long.
And so much fun.
We recorded for about 25 minutes, cut it down to a minute.
It took me longer to edit that than it does Let's Plays, I think.
So if you haven't already watched it, go check it out. And spoiler alert, basically what we're saying is for episode 100, we want to make it all about you. So send in your questions, your topics, your comments, your questions, whatever you got. I may have said questions twice.
It's okay. Lots of questions.
So yeah, that's how episode 100 is going to go down. I don't think we still quite know the exact date.
Sunday, November 12th, 7 p.m. Central.
Yes.
Let's do it.
We'll be live.
In living
same
color.
Two-player co-op channel, same two-player co-op time.
If you watch us on Sunday nights, it'll be the same time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so episode 100 is all about you guys. Send us anything you want us to talk about. We're going to go through the normal stuff like we do on a normal podcast. We won't go for 3 or 4 hours, I promise you that. Unless you guys send me 3 or 4 hours worth of questions. But we got to work the next day, and that's for the best. But yeah, we've actually been doing this for almost 2 years now, which is insane. So we're going to celebrate with episode 100. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Thank you guys so much. And again, we're almost at 500. We're at 488, I think. We gained 8 the last week. It's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Get 1 a day. We'll be there. So we're trying to get to 500 by the time episode 100 airs. You know what you need to do. Thank you guys so much. What's up?
What's up?
This guy has a birthday tomorrow. So we're recording this. This is a Halloween edition, apparently. This is the... Actually, you're watching this on Halloween.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, this is perfect. You got
it.
So yesterday, as you're watching this, was this guy's birthday. However, we're recording this on Sunday, where tomorrow is this guy's birthday, and we had a birthday party for him last night also. Mind blown. How's it feel to be almost 33?
It feels good to be...
Hashtag Team Young, Logan. 33.
Almost
33 years old, Logan.
Almost
Logan.
30 years old.
Nope.
I don't know. It just... I don't even...
Birthdays are dumb when you get this old.
I just don't care. Like,
yeah.
I'm not even... I'm well past the point of being excited about my birthday. I'm already kind of past the point about being depressed about my birthday. Now I just don't care.
Oh, I don't care. Like, once 30 was like... Oof,
30 was kind of depressing. 31, whatever. 32, whatever. Now
what
it's
did you
33.
What'd you do for your 30th? A blowout?
So I did it kind of. I mean, I did what I did. My 29th birthday, we were in Cancun. That would have been a good way to go into 30,
okay.
but that was the year before. 30th, a buddy of mine was throwing like a big Halloween party. I was Batman. I was real drunk. I was just, yeah.
Because I'm Batman. I'm glad you finally watched that now.
Oh, the how it should have ended or whatever.
Because I'm Batman.
Yeah, I didn't do anything special. This is really tough to do anything with.
See, my 29th, I don't think I did anything. My 30th, we all went down.
Was that Beale Street?
That was the Beale Street. That was the cartwheels
Yeah.
and the Club 152 and lots of drinking and dancing. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then last year for 35, we just went and played video games at Rec Room, and then we played Monopoly.
Played some Monopoly.
Which was a blast. That was awesome.
That's right.
4 days after I found out we were having Eliza, and I was like, I didn't know it was Eliza yet. I was just like, I don't know how this happened. I mean, anyways.
Wow.
It's crazy. So, yeah, 2 days from now was Game 7 of the World Series a year ago, and that's when I found out. When you and Brittany were over watching it, and Jess texted me, and she never came back out.
Oh, that's right.
And I had to just be like, yeah, baseball. Yeah, baseball. baby. So, yeah, happy birthday to this guy.
Yes, happy birthday to me. Thank you. So what's been up? We'll talk about that later.
Yep.
I know I can't really talk about it, but I started Stranger Things. I'm 3 episodes in. It's really, really good.
Okay.
I think it's one of those things. I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. There's a chance it's going to be better than the first season. But it's one of those things.
That's insane. If it actually is, that's insane.
It's one of those things where even if it is better, it's like it'll never top it just because it was just new and I don't know. But
Jurassic World couldn't be better than Jurassic Park.
Right.
No matter how good it was, which it was amazing.
Trying to look at it completely objectively, it may end up being better than than the first season. But we'll see. I'm digging it. It's 9 episodes instead of 8, which whatever.
Okay,
I'm
good.
fine.
That's what I was
So
wondering.
I'm a third of the way through. Yeah, I can't really talk about it because he hasn't seen it. Some of you probably haven't seen it, so I'm not even going to say anything other than it's very, very good. If there's anybody out there that hasn't watched season 1, go back and watch that. Do yourself a favor. You can binge it over like a couple nights if you really wanted to. Get caught up and then get right into season 2.
Before I forget, do they give you a last season on?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Nope. I kind of wish they did because I feel like there's a lot of
I feel like there's an IGN video or
details.
something for that.
There-
It's like
I'm
a
sure
1
you
minute
can find
recap
it.
or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. But no, they don't do anything like that. They get right into it and yeah. Very good. Other than that, I don't know. Friday was obviously a big day with Stranger Things and Mario. Jigsaw, I want to see. I haven't seen it yet. But then after Halloween, I'm going to be like, why would I see this now? But I'm not going to see it before Halloween. So I don't know.
Right.
Maybe next weekend if I'm not doing anything. Or even during the week sometime. Maybe I'll go see it. But I definitely want to see it. I'm a sucker for all that like gory torture kind of like Hostel and
See,
I mean,
Hostel
to me,
was like
Saw,
so stupid.
It was
so,
just over the top.
Like the eye thing, I was like, this doesn't.
Ugh.
It should grow, but it doesn't even look real. So it's like,
Right.
like I don't know. It was just
But like Saw, one of my all-time favorite movies.
the first Saw. Yes, when he's spoiler
The
alert,
acting is
when
kinda
he stood
so-so.
up. Well, the acting was, but you had
But it
Monica
was
Potter
such
and
a
Carrie Elwes, who
cool
are good
story.
actors.
Yeah.
And the whole time you thought it was Zepp and all. And then when he freaking stands up, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you gotta be kidding! Like not since The Sixth Sense have I had that happen.
Yeah.
Other than like The Village, but that made me very, very mad. That was stupid.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's about it. I'm having pains.
Just fart.
No, it's like I don't know what it is.
It's a fart. I want to watch Stranger Things, but it's like because of what you just said. Friday was Assassin's Creed. Don't care about Wolfenstein 2. Would like to play, but I never played the first, so I'm just like, whatever. I'm not gonna play it. Mario, Jigsaw, and Stranger Things, and I'm like, originally I thought, yeah, I'll play Mario for one night. I'll give it a try, and then I'm gonna just hit Stranger Things like 3 episodes a night for a couple nights.
Yeah.
It'll just be done. A few nights, not a couple nights. But then I played Mario. And I don't feel the need to play Stranger Things, to watch it either.
To click play.
Yes. So hold on a minute for that, though. I got nothing else going on. One thing I do want to talk about.
Oh, one else.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Are you getting into that or no?
Well, I was going to get into one other thing I was playing first, and then we'll get into that.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
I went back again to my comfort food of Metal Gear Solid 5. I had left off last time when I had stopped playing after episode 5.
Like your new game?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went and I did episodes 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then I did the side op, which is go...
Now, do you still... I remember when I played through it, I'd be like, yeah, I'm about to do... It could be anything. Episode 8. And you're like, oh, yeah, the one where you got to blow up the tank. Like, do you still remember, like, what every episode, like...
I can tell you now because I've just replayed them.
Yeah.
Like 6 is the one... 6 is where the honeybee sleeps or whatever it's called. That's where you go and you get the rocket launcher, and then you get the... And the Metal Gear... Sahelanthropus didn't look anything like he ends up looking. He looks all rocky and stuff when he's holding you. It's like he had camouflage or something. Like, he didn't look like he looks at the end.
Oh, yeah.
There's that. There's the you got to go get the not over the fence. What was it called? You got to go get the guy from that one. It's like there's the you got to get the guy. He's inside of a building, inside of a compound. He's in the basement. You go up, and he's the cybernetic guy, and that's how you start to get to upgrade your arm.
Okay.
You got the back down, which is there's the one tank and the 2 trucks coming into a village, and you got to blow them all up. You can't, or Fulton them. I'm so early in the game, obviously I can't Fulton them. So I did that. Then there's the...
That's the one where you get bonus points depending on how many of the vehicles...
That's the next one.
Oh, okay.
I did that one too. And then 10 is where angels sleep or whatever, where you just got to get that prisoner out of Lamar Hate Palace. And it's a long mission, and there's a lot of other people that you can get for different mission tasks and stuff. And then there's the side up that pops up, says, hey, we found Huey. Go to Huey. But the only way you can get to Huey is through the ruins, and that's when starts. And I dropped a box on her head twice, picked her up, sent her back home. That cutscene, like in the beginning of the game, there's so many cutscenes, and it's so good. And I'm like, this is Metal Gear. And I still love Metal Gear Solid 5. But it's like after that, after you get quiet, it just feels like there's a lot of... but then you go to see Huey. That's where you see the Metal Gear for the first time. The doors close. Skullface is talking to Huey, and the soldier comes up. Skullface is like, we know he's been talking to Big Boss. So then he's like, I'm going to take my legs back, Huey, and he kicks Huey down the stairs, and he pees himself because Huey/Hale always... Hal, not Hale, always pees themselves. And then you got to go get him. Now I'm in the mission episode 12, which I don't know. I'll probably play it next year. But that's the one where you got to go way down to where you get Huey inside that base.
Yep.
And you extract him, and that's when he goes, Snake, is that... It was one of those times where I was like, oh God, I'm not Big Boss, where he's like, is that you? And then he just kind of moves on, and that's when you see the AI pod, and the AI pod, you shoot it, and she's like, it's not you, is it? And again, I remember playing the first time, I was like, nope, I'm Big Boss. I know I'm Big Boss.
See, I don't even remember things like that. I mean,
I remember it all, but again, I was so into this
It's
world.
one of those things, I'll never go back and play it, I don't think.
Yeah.
But I would almost be curious. It's one of those things where... Because things like that probably didn't even strike me as odd. I would have thought maybe Huey was just kind of out of it, and that's why he was like, is that you? You know, I wouldn't have thought, oh, it's because...
Because you weren't into all the Python Selk and stuff like I was.
Right. So, I don't know. I think it would kind of be fun to go back and just see those kinds of things, knowing what ended up happening, but I don't think I ever will.
Well, so that's this mission's really fun, because this is one where you go and you get him, remember? You pick him up, and you got to go out, and that's when the freaking Metal Gear starts chasing you. And I'm like,
oh, God, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is a Metal Gear game, but then it's like, after that, it's like the cutscenes just stop. Yeah. Until it seems like they stop until you get to the part where you get Code Talker, and then you fight the female skulls with their weird camera angles. Love you, Kojima, and all that. But it's just the game's so good, and it's nice doing it the way that I did, to where I've got like 200 million GMP and a million fuel resources and biological, all this other stuff. So I don't have to worry about any of that. The one thing I have noticed that doesn't carry over. At first, I wasn't really grabbing flowers because I figured that carried over too. It does not. So I don't want to run out, because I know you said at one point you ran out of golden crescents or whatever it was to do your trank darts and stuff. So you had to. So now I'm picking up every flower I see. Yeah. But It's so good. It's just so good. Eventually, got Mario now. Frozen Wilds comes out in a week and a half. Nintendo said Zelda's still coming this year. There was an article on Kotaku where they said it's coming this year.
On that. I think it will.
But why is there not a date?
I don't know.
The Amiibo come out on November 10th. So maybe when that comes out that day, they'll say the date is December
maybe
1st or whatever that Friday is.
I don't know. I have faith in them.
So I've got that, and then I do think though, and then Battlefront in the middle of that. I do think we're not going to have to wait until the end of the last day of the year to do our Game of the Year discussion this year. I think once we get into December, we collect all our thoughts and everything. I think we can do it in advance of the end of the year. Where last year, because you want to play Final Fantasy,
right? I
didn't know if I was going to get Last Guardian or not, and
still haven't.
Still just. I think that ship sailed. Eventually, it'll be a PS Plus game, and I'll be like, oh, yep, I will now play that.
Yeah.
But what did you want to talk before we get into the thing?
I know you don't want to, but we should talk a little fantasy football.
Oh God, you're going to talk about the trade.
There's the trade, but I finally won. We do. I don't know if we talk about it. We do for weeks 6, 7, and 8. We have double headers, so we play 2 games.
Which I'm trying to get rid of it.
Week 6 and 7, I went 0 for 4, and then today I finally won 2 games. But
you won the other one? You won both?
I won them both, yeah, because Witten didn't do anything. So
well, congratulations on winning it with my players.
So we did a big blockbuster 8-person trade.
Yeah,
the 2 of us. I needed a running back. Kevin needed a receiver.
I need receivers.
So I think it was originally going to be McCaffrey, just because you needed somebody to get through.
I was
going to give him Cooper and McCaffrey, Amari Cooper. He was going to give me.
No, you were going to give me Kelsey and him for
Martin
and whoever else it was, Marquise Lee or something.
Who was it? Yeah, it was It was not a very good wide receiver.
Because you just wanted to get a decent.
It was basically a good running back for a good receiver, and then a crappy running back and wide receiver tossed in. And then I was like, well, okay. Now I'm depending on Andy Dalton right now. So I'm like, how do I get Tom Brady off you? And then this guy's like, oh, I don't know. I'm going to need Cooper and Kelsey. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, I need a quarterback. So it ended up being he got McCaffrey, Cooper, Kelsey,
and
Andy Dalton.
Who's
basically just going to be his backup.
For this. And I played him this week, and I put Deshaun Watson on the bench because he was playing at Seattle. Dumbass Kevin, I'm not benching him the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He put up 51 points, 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did throw that pick at the end, and then Seattle won it, so I felt bad for him. But
right.
Yeah.
But I got Brady, Doug Martin, Evan Ingram, who's on a bye, and Golden Tate, who's injured. So,
but not as bad as we thought.
I got a few new toys to play with. So far today, I mean, as far as the trade goes, you really got screwed because
I was on a bye week anyways. But even if I started him, there's a chance I was going to lose both my games anyways because my 2 running backs were on a bye.
Right. So I think my guys got me. Well, Brady and Martin
didn't
got
blow
me
up
29.
Brady got you 24.
No, I know, but was it even that? I thought it was like 22 or 23. But 24, and Martin got me 7. Whereas Dalton and McCaffrey for you got you like 26 or something.
Yes.
Like not much.
And Amari Cooper got me
difference.
4. Terry texted me. He's like, "So you regretting Amari Cooper?" I said, "No."
I mean, it's
because I planned. Yeah. I figured I was going to lose both games this week, no matter what I did. Because again, my running backs are Leonard Fournette and Todd Gurley. 2 of the 3 best. With Le'Veon Bell is probably still the best.
And Hunt.
Yeah, but he's kind of leveled off over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Easily 2 of the top 4 running backs. And not just 2 of the top 4 running backs. Those guys are all, and Kareem Hunt isn't really, I would say those 3, Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, and Fournette, when they're healthy, this isn't the running back by committee crap. That's why I love them so much. That's why I made that trade where I didn't care that I gave up Jordan Howard and Cam Newton sucks, as Colin Cowherd calls him, Scam Newton. I didn't care because I was like, this guy is an every down back. He's a freaking freak of nature, and as long as he stays healthy, of course he missed the last game because he was hurt.
I did end up picking up Yeldon.
I saw that.
So not that I'm rooting against you, but I'm like, Fournette got injured a lot in college. I feel.
I know.
Like. So I've got his backup. I'm almost tempted to maybe start him over
No, you
Blunt got me a touchdown today.
I wouldn't start him as long as Fournette's healthy. I wouldn't start him because Fournette's going to get 85% of the carries, even the goal line stuff because he's so damn big. Like TJ Yeldon hadn't played all season until that game.
Yeah, but I've got him in case Fournette goes down. So
and I got Chris Ivory, so we'll see.
So I'm up to 5-6 now. Have you for sure lost both games?
I mean, yes, yeah. It's not official.
I don't know if the other one.
I'm down 117 to 68 and 78 to 68. Mike right now has Antonio Brown, and then tomorrow night he's got the Cleveland kicker. So Antonio Brown needs to hurt his ankle right now and not do anything else. And Travis Kelce needs to get me 100 yards and a touchdown or two for me to have a chance tomorrow night. Yeah, I've already chalked it up as a loss. So if I pull off a miracle, then I'm
so
happy,
worst case, you're 6-5. I'm 5-6. So I think I'm at least back in the playoff picture. And now we're back to just one game a week, which could be good or bad.
Yeah,
but
I hate these double headers. I hate them.
I think for the most part, all of my good players, their buys are over with. So
see, I've got the two receivers I got from you. I think they're both off week 10, Cooper and Kelce. But I've got enough decent receivers, except T.Y. Hilton is a joke.
He sucks, yeah.
I'm glad.
I mean, he doesn't suck, but
no, he sucks.
The Colts suck, which is the issue.
But he friggin' threw it all over the place with the power of the ninja to Jack Doyle, like 12 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns or something. I'm like, what the hell? You've got this. Like T.Y. Hilton on talent is a top 10 receiver, top 15 receiver.
Yeah,
they don't give him the ball. He's out there. I'm watching the game here at the end. He's running routes and stuff. They don't throw him the ball. They don't even look at him.
Yeah,
I hate fantasy football.
I don't know. That'll be interesting. That's all I had though.
So a little game came out this week.
It is a little game.
It is a little game. I think these boxes are so fun. What the heck was that?
It's a string.
Super Mario Odyssey. Let me get my notes. Let me go first because I have been the poo-pooer on here.
You've been poo-pooing all over the place.
It's been so stinky. Like Sean's been excited. Period. Sean has experience with 3D Mario games. I don't. Sean likes 3D Mario games. I don't know if I do or don't. And Sean was not worried about the capture mechanic. I was extremely worried. Then the reviews came out. Ryan McCaffrey gave it a 10 at IGN. Not only the 10, but him on the Nintendo Voice Chat podcast last week. Everything he was saying was like, okay, I'm really not worried about this game anymore. I still don't know if it's going to be for me, but I know it's going to be at least good. It's a 97 on Metacritic. It's one of the highest rated games of all time. It's going to be good, Kevin.
Is it still that high now that it's out?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I did not expect for this to happen. I love Super Mario Odyssey.
I was gonna say I'm shocked. I mean, I'm not shocked. I'm happy. I'm glad. I think it is a very, very good game. It's a lot of fun. I've already played. I don't know. I guess I probably haven't played that much. I probably put in 5, 6, 7 hours maybe.
I've been tracking it manually until it catches up.
Yeah.
For your playtime and stuff. I'm at 5.5 hours right now.
Mm.
So I'm guessing
probably like 6 or 7.
You're probably at 6.5, something like that.
I'll get to that in a little bit. I think the controls are great. The game is beautiful. For what it is, just being a very, very cartoony game, the game looks beautiful.
The only thing I notice, and it's only when I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like be like a critic now and stuff, and you look at like the grass, it's just flat. It's not grass everywhere. It's like the textures are flat and stuff, but like the models and the enemies and everything else, it's beautiful. Sean and I were talking about when you get to New Donk City, you get there at nighttime. That is effing beautiful. Yeah. It is nighttime with lightning and rain, and it looks like it is incredible.
And even like the little things, like you see like the rain like splashing off of Mario, and when you're in like the sand, if you like roll or whatever, his overalls get like dirty, like little things like that. I'm like, that's cool. Like,
yeah, he gets wet in the rain. Yeah. It's not even like it bounces off. You can see he's getting wet, and it's like dripping off his cap and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm 5.5 hours in. Let me get my notes here. Oh, one of the other things to your point there, if you get hit, if you die or get hit, either not die, because if you die, you start over. By the way, for all the video game babies out there, All you need is 10 coins. You die, you take 10 coins away. You're going to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of coins in this game unless you buy the boxers for 1,000. Did you do that yet?
I did.
I didn't because I'm right around. I keep hovering because I keep buying all the other outfits. I didn't think I was going to buy anything.
Well, the thing
But then I read somewhere you have to have some of the outfits to get into certain areas. So I'm like, well, crap,
in the next one after New Donk City, there's like a door that if you try to go in, they're like, no, in order to go through there, you need to dress like you're nice and relaxed or something. I'm like, boxer shorts, done. And then it's like, yeah, you're not relaxed. You need to be. And I'm like, crap.
You're
so I bought the
naked.
wrong thing. So, but I mean, whatever.
Well, there was that one in the water world too.
Yeah.
Spoil. I mean, we're gonna get mild, very not even spoilers. I wouldn't say. Did you do the one thing in the water world where you go down and down and down and down? You had enough life to do it.
I captured a fish and did it.
How though? Because once you get in there,
You
the
throw
fish
your
just
hat
flops
at the
around.
fish.
But the fish, like, the cheap's doing this. when you go into the, because you went into that, you're in a
The dry area.
yes.
Yeah, you still flop around. You're just kind of like, bloop, bloop,
Oh,
bloop,
well,
but you
I
can
used-
still move.
I used all 6 of my lives.
Lives.
Yeah,
I just captured a fish.
Well, okay. I made it more dramatic, but I got down there with, I got through all.
I
went
didn't
through
think
my.
you would be able to.
I
I'm
went through
actually
my.
shocked.
I went through my stamina bar. I went 6, 5, 4, 3, and it's beep 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 2 beep 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 1 beep beep. And I'm like, and I finally get down there, and I got in like in the nick of time, and I got this stupid power moon. I was so happy. Yeah, I guess that would have made it a lot easier. What I was gonna say though is when Mario gets hit with a bullet bill or fire or something, that dude is like looks like he's just like he's all charred and he's got like charcoal all over him and he's like black and he's like just little touches like that.
Yeah.
I just absolutely love it. All the water in this game looks beautiful. I'm all about water and I'm all about hair. Mario's hair on
It
a
looks better than any other Mario game.
on a 1 to Aloy, it's like a snake in Metal Gear Solid 3. But the water, all the water effects, just the purple goo that you'll see in a lot of these levels, it's very simple, but it's like they took the time to animate it very well. Like water's one of those things that's really hard to get right. There's not a lot of water in this, but it's more the water effects, I guess, are just absolutely beautiful. I love the music.
The music's fantastic.
You can hear it feels like Mario music.
Yep.
I like how when you get close to the bad guys, the music just it kind of fades out, and then their music fades in, and then if you go back, it fades the other way, and just stuff like that. So cool. One of the things I kept reading by people that reviewed the game, there's your string, was that they literally were smiling the whole time they played this. I'm like, I'm such a cynical a-hole. You know, I just am. Maybe it's the Colin in me, but like, I'm so cynical. When I hear people say that, I'm like, whatever. It's not that good. And I'm playing this game like,
Dude, if you have been playing like that,
just wait till the end.
wait till
of
the
New
end of New Donk.
Donk. Oh, I'm gonna have
It's
to do it
just
tonight.
it's so cool.
So if you're wondering what we're talking about, Ryan McCaffrey said he didn't spoil anything. And I'm lucky, and I haven't had it spoiled yet. But when you get to is it right that it's the end of New Donk City? Because I got past the mini boss or whatever.
Yeah.
It's when then you go and you're on this little.
I mean,
collectible.
it's the end of it, assuming
You've
you
got
have
enough
enough to
moons.
leave. But
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So by next week, obviously, I'll have it. Hopefully tonight I'll have it, and then I can text you. But, yeah, I'm just smiling the whole time I play this game. This game is just so. It's like Nintendo is back, man. I cannot believe that we get Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey in the same year on a new system.
And on another tier
downgraded,
down,
whatever.
Samus Returns. Or
Oh my
Return
God.
of Samus or whatever it was called.
This one was Samus Returns.
Yeah.
Let's back up on Odyssey. Talk to me about Mario 64. Talk to me about you did play Sunshine, right? You just didn't really care
a
for it.
small amount, yeah.
Talk to me and Galaxy. I know you played Galaxy. So, because my thing, the one thing I said to you, as much as I'm saying I love this game, because I've never been a big 3D Mario guy. I haven't been a 3D
It
Mario guy
plays
at all.
Almost exactly the same, except you throw your hat instead of
Punching
trying to
in
think.
Mario
yeah, in
64
64 you punch. Sunshine, I don't know if you could punch or if you just squirted your. I don't remember, but as far as like you can still do in every game, it's the one, woohoo, yippee, you know, the triple jump. You can duck and jump and do the backflip. You can run and then hit backwards and jump, and you do like a back jump. You can do the wall jump. You can run and hit duck and then jump to do like the running jump. Like it controls exactly the same every single game.
And I think that's why I'm still having difficulty.
Oh yeah, I picked it up and
I don't know all those moves.
Yeah.
And I actually had to go to the menu to the actions or whatever to go through it because I'm not used to it. But I'm getting the hang of it. Did the other 3D Marios, did they not have a run button also?
No, you just run and you run.
You just pick up speed.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the one thing I was like, and even Noah asked me, he's like, how do I run faster? I was like, you just go.
You just run and you're
just go.
Running. Yeah.
Because my thing, since I've never been a 3D Mario guy, this to me is almost not a Mario game, but that's because I've always been a 2D Mario guy. This is almost more to me, maybe this sounds weird, but it's almost like it's more of a puzzle platformer than just a third-person platformer. Because it's almost like the whole goal is this collectible stuff, which I don't normally like collectibles. But this, it's like every time you find a power moon, especially if it's one that's not just like, oh, it's up on that tree, climb up and get it. That's fine. But like when you find one, if like you break a block somewhere and you go in and then you're like, yes. And when you beat a boss and you get 3, it's
right.
Yes. Yeah. Like, man, it's just the feedback loop on it is just it's so well done. It's so fun to find those stupid power moons. And I thought I was doing well. And then I see like in the desert thing, 69 moons, and I had like 15. I thought I was doing good, and I was like, let me look through the list. Oh my god, I can't finish
so that's
this
where
game.
That's where I won't say reserving judgment, but I mean the game's already, it's awesome. I wouldn't say it's a 10 out of 10, but it's a 9.5, probably 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm not ready to put
I think
a
is
score on it
gonna
yet.
do it for me, or what would put it up to like a 10
post game.
I'm curious to see what happens. Again, I think it was McCaffrey.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard it from you because I missed the tweet, but I think you said that McCaffrey said, like, there's a bunch of moons you're going to see, or you may not even see, but you can't get them yet.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what happens to where I can go. It's not like Zelda or Metroid where you get new items and power. Like,
what if you
I'm
get a
curious,
P-Wing?
Maybe.
Or a raccoon suit or something, you know?
I'm curious to see, because, these worlds are not huge. And somehow there's, 50, 60, 70 moons in them. I'm like, I feel like I've been everywhere and I've only seen about 7. Like, where are all of these?
Sometimes I'll look up, especially I think it was in the desert one. I looked up and like way up there's this little platform with a moon spinning around. I'm like, there's nothing
There's
around
a couple
it.
places
How the hell am I supposed to
New
do
Donk,
this?
like,
okay.
You'll see stuff on top of buildings, and I've been like running around the building and I can't get to it. Or there's a building off in like the middle of nowhere, like off a cliff, whatever, that you can't jump to. But then you look up there and you're like, oh, there's a pipe. So somewhere else I got to find a pipe. And when I go out, it's going to spit me out. But it just seems like I don't know how there can be so many that I'm not just missing, but like haven't even seen. I'm curious to see how the rest of the game's going to play out. But no, the game's fantastic. If I'm nitpicking, I almost wish some of the puzzles were, and maybe they will get more difficult as you try to collect all the moons. But
the game's very easy.
It's like, man, there's a moon up on that high platform that I can't reach. Well, look at that. There's an enemy that I can capture that lets me jump really high. Like,
and that's what
all
I mean.
of the answers
like,
are right there. I wish there's a little bit, maybe more, a little more to them other than like, I bet there's something behind that cracked wall. How do I blow it up? Well, good thing there's a bullet bill thing right there that I can just capture, and then I'm nitpicking because obviously there's a lot of stuff I haven't figured out yet because I have like 5% of all the moons in the game or whatever. But no, I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. It feels like a Mario game, but it also kind of doesn't.
Okay.
I don't know. It controls, like I said, it controls exactly like a majority of the other 3D Mario games have in terms of just jumping, all the actions you can do. Obviously, the hat's new and all that, but I can see if this is your first 3D Mario game that you've really spent time playing, that I think it's different for you because Mario 64 felt like a Mario game. Like, it just seemed like the next level of Mario. This makes sense that this is how you would take Mario from 2D to 3D.
Yeah.
But there's a lot that has happened from 64 until now.
I've completely missed.
Exactly. So I can see why this being your first foray into 3D Mario, how it kind of doesn't feel like Mario, but to me it does. And they all have their own. Oh, crap! I wanted to think about it when I was playing it. There were 3 different Zelda games that I drew parallels with. One, Minish Cap, obviously. You had like a live being on your head.
Mm-hmm.
Link Between Worlds, with like the 2D parts where on the walls.
Yep.
And there's a third thing. I can't think of what maybe like Majora's Mask with the different. I don't know. There's some other Zelda game that I'm like, well, this is kind of like Minish Cap, but it's also kind of like Link Between Worlds. And then there's a third Zelda game that I was like, oh, it's also kind of like that because of this, but now I don't remember what it was.
I guess maybe that's why it doesn't feel like a Mario game. It almost feels like a Zelda game with Mario and a hat.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it completely dumbed down, but going back to what you said about the puzzle solving and how it's almost too easy, that's kind of how I feel about the bosses. The bosses have not been difficult, except that one where I just thought too hard about it, the one with the goo. And
right. It's like, oh, the boss is wearing a hat, so you need to hit him to knock the hat off, and then you can probably capture something that he's using to then turn around and hit him.
Or like
they're all pretty much the same.
The one looked really, in the forest, the first boss, that was like, ooh, this looks tough. Or I don't remember if it was the first boss. No, because the first boss was the rabbit thing. What do you think about the Brutals? I don't like these guys. I want the Koopa Kids back.
I would prefer it was Koopa Kids. Yeah.
That boss where it's like, oh, boom, there's this big thing, and then it's like, oh, well, there's that guy walking around. Capture him, whoop, pop. Oh, okay, that's how I do this. This isn't that difficult. The only difficult thing was jumping over the circles. But once you
get the timing down,
it's easy. Yeah. So it definitely. It's definitely not the hardest Mario game I've ever played. I don't know how hard 64 was or Sunshine or Galaxy. Galaxy, I only played the first world once you get up there, and I was just like, I don't have the time to figure out the controls and stuff, and I just stopped. So it doesn't seem like it's very difficult. Even the first time you fight, who, it wasn't difficult at all.
No.
Again, it's obvious what you need to do because you got a hat. That's the only thing. It's not like where at Breath of the Wild, it was not obvious what you need to do because you could run into enemies at any time in your quest, and you might not be leveled up enough. You might not have the right gear. You might all this other stuff. This, it's like you have a hat. You have to use your hat in every interaction that you have, so use your hat.
My biggest complaint as far as the controls go, I can kind of see the dig on them because there's parts where I'm not surrounded, but there's a bunch of like what should be easy enemies. Like throw your hat and they're dead kind of thing. But when you get a lot of them...
Oh, that reminds me.
I mean, you can do like the shake thing to where you do like the circle, and that usually works. But then sometimes I try to do that and he just throws it. Mm-hmm. You can also throw the hat. I didn't realize this until somewhat recently. You can throw the hat and then you can shake to have it do like a homing thing.
I told the boys, I was like, please don't try that because you're going to throw my Pro Controller.
Right. But then there are times where I'll do that and then I'll like shake, but then instead of it being homing, I don't know if I did it too late and the hat was already on his way back, and all of a sudden he like throws it up in the air, and like I find myself getting hit by what should be easy enemies.
Like the little yellow Goombas sometimes and stuff. I'm like, I should not be getting hit.
Right. But other than that, I mean,
that's one thing I wish. I don't see why they didn't do it. You've got way more buttons on the controller than you actually use in this game.
Right. 2 buttons throw, 2 buttons jump.
Right.
Like you could have...
And 2 buttons do the butt stomp or whatever. Yeah. Like ZL and RL do the exact same thing. I mean, ZL and ZR, whatever. R2 and L2 do the same thing. Like, I wish there was a Z targeting in this.
Right.
I wish, like...
Yes.
You just L2, lock on, hit him.
Yep.
And I know you've got the homing, like you said, the homing thing and the circle thing and all that, whatever. You touched on it. The 2D sections, I think they're not my everything about this game I really, really like. I do think the 2D sections are my favorite because it's just so like, and it still makes me think, why the hell back then did they make Mario look like that instead of like this? Why?
Well, but
maybe back then.
But that's just what he looked like, right? It's not like he looked like that, but they chose to make him look like that.
Well, we don't know because the box art was just the game.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to think of where...
Well, no, when he was Jumpman and Donkey Kong, he was red and blue.
Well, and Mario Brothers decided to switch it. It's not like they couldn't do it. They just decided to switch it up, I guess, and then all of a sudden they realized red and blue was more iconic. I don't know.
Pokemon. But the 2D sections are so good. Like Sean and I talked off air. Love saying that. something feels off. And like I told Sean, the only thing I can think of is that you have to use the analog. You can't use the D-pad. And playing a 2D Mario game with the analog stick is just not how it's supposed to be played.
It's not quite, yeah.
But I love those sections. They're so much fun. I love the anti-gravity thing. It made me think of that VVVVV game on Vita, which is coming to Switch. Buy that if you've never played it. It'll probably be $10 or whatever. That game is so much fun. I love that game. You played it, I think, a little bit on my Vita, right?
I played your game. I didn't start, so I was just kind of like exploring, and
it's so
but no,
much
it was
fun.
pretty fun.
What else? I want to get all the moons. I know I won't. I don't have the time. 800 moons. It's a lot easier than getting the Korok seeds, I would assume.
Yeah.
Especially once you beat the game and whatever happened. Oh, that was what I was going to ask. There's like these mother boxes all over this place. I got Justice League on the brain. I know that. Have you not found these big cubes? They're like bigger than Mario. They're like kind of weird looking. They're a square cube.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
And Cappy's like, those are weird. That's an interesting looking cube. Yeah. Whatever. I'm like, okay. I guess I'm like, it's got to be post game, but I've seen them in every world.
Right.
And maybe those have. Oh, what if those have real power ups in them? What if those have a Tanuki suit or whatever?
I mean, that would be cool, but I'm not holding my breath.
I doubt it.
But if anything, maybe Cappy gets powered up at some point, and then when you throw Cappy at it, you can actually break them, and there's maybe a pipe or,
Right.
Maybe what we've seen of these worlds is like a fraction of them. Maybe you go down that pipe, and all of a sudden it opens up into this whole new world. A whole new world.
Well, I had this happen in the forest.
Maybe that's where all the moons are.
In the forest world, I had gotten my little safari outfit on.
Yeah.
And I had beat the first boss, and I was like, oh, now the secret path opens or whatever. So I went on secret path. I did a jump wrong. Damn it! And I was falling down a cliff, and I'm falling, and I didn't get the game over screen. And all of a sudden, he goes, boom, and he lands. I'm like, so there's just cliffs you can jump off? I didn't finish it because I was like about to go to bed, so I was like, I'll save, and I'll come. I didn't go back to it because I just wanted to beat the level. I want to beat the game, and then I want to go back to every world.
Right, yeah.
But I just fell off this cliff, and it's like, oh, now you're in the deep woods or something. I was like, I didn't even know this existed. So is this how it's going to be in every world? Wow. Like maybe, and I don't know if it's because I had the full suit on, or if it's just, if there's just these cliffs you can fall off in every world, and if you fall off in the right spot, and it only costs you 10 coins if you die, so you can experiment a lot. But I don't know. This game is just so good. I'm 5.5 hours in, like I said. I'm not going to put a score on it yet. But I'm liking it way, way more than I thought I was going to. It's not getting old. Every world is different. Oh, I didn't get the dinosaur in the first world.
I was shocked to see that.
I
knew the dinosaur. I did not think I'd see the dinosaur in the first world.
The boys got him. And I'm like, what? And they were like, Dad, how did you beat it without getting the dinosaur? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't even see him. I saw like the Triceratops.
Have you seen the dinosaur part in New Donk?
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it the T-Rex?
Yeah.
He's in New Donk City? Oh my God, it's Jurassic Park 2.
No, but I mean, it's like no. Well, I mean,
there's
a
dinosaur or something.
You go into a building, which is weird. You go into a building, but then
there's
when
one
you go
building
into the building,
I found,
you're not inside of a building, and you're like, it's weird. But you go into a building, and it's
I found one building that had this I went in one building and I solved. Oh, it was the slot machine thing. I was like, this is pissing me off. And I found another building that was all like white light coming out. I was like, I need to just save and do housework.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that was the building, but I don't know. What else do we need to say about this game? What have I missed? What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about?
I don't know. I think we've touched on pretty much everything. I love the game, but yeah, it's tough for me. I know I already said 9.5 out of 10, but that could very well change. I don't see it going down. I don't think anything could happen that would make that go down.
No,
it may end up at 10 out of 10.
I keep liking it more and more.
Right. I can't imagine I don't know how many worlds there are, but I can't imagine I've already experienced everything there is to experience in this game. I'm guessing Nintendo's got a couple tricks up their sleeves that I haven't.
Not that much. There's ice
that I haven't seen yet.
I have heard that when you beat the game, other than whatever happens with your powers and stuff, just take your glove off. There are post-game worlds. I don't know if they're like Star Worlds and stuff like that because I stayed away from it. But there are more worlds that open up after you beat the game. The main reason I want to just not really fly through this game because I'm finding as many stars or power moons as I can as I go but I want to beat this before Frozen Wilds come out. We still have not heard how long that is. It could be 2 hours. It could be 8. Whatever it is, I'm playing that day one. I cannot wait to play through that. So I want to beat Mario, take a break, Frozen Wilds, and then just go through Mario as much as I can before Zelda's DLC comes out and before the Boys Want Battlefront. I've talked about a bunch on here. I don't know how much I'm going to play that. I think I want to play through the single-player campaign.
Yeah.
I think they're saying it's either 6 to 8 hours or 5 to 7 hours, which is... It's like a Call of Duty game, really.
Right.
So, I don't know. Mario Odyssey is great. I was about the biggest hater of this thing that there could be, and I love it. You should play it. Shout out to Logan. Logan got a Switch.
Absolutely.
So
Shout out
happy.
to Logan. About time.
Now, Logan, beat Mario, get your fill, but man, I know you hated Zelda 1. I still love you. You've got to play Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild is even better than this. I'll just say that. You got to play it, man.